Annyeong Buzz. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything K-pop, from idol journeys to behind-the-scenes stories that make us love them even more. Today, we're focusing on ITZY's dancing queen Chaeryeong. Now, if you're already a ITZY, you probably know her as the fox of the group with the graceful moves. But today, we're going deeper into her story, her journey to debut, and all the little details that make Chaeryeong such a fascinating and inspiring idol. So let's rewind back to her beginnings. Chaeryeong was born on June 5, 2001, in Yongin, South Korea. That makes her a Gemini, which honestly explains so much about her personality. Geminis are known to be versatile, expressive, and thoughtful. Her Chinese zodiac sign is the snake, which represents wisdom and intuition. And honestly, the more you learn about her, the more you see how perfectly those fit her. Chaeryeong isn't the only star in her family. She's part of a trio of talented sisters. Her older sister is Chaeyeon, who most of you will know from ITZY, and her younger sister Chaemin. Imagine being in that family where all three sisters are talented, charming, and just radiating star power. That must be one lively household. Her parents must be so proud, and it's clear she comes from a supportive background. Education-wise, she attended Hanlim Multi-Art School in the Department of Musical Theater, which is pretty fitting when you think about how expressive she is on stage. Before that, she also trained at Q Dance School, which gave her a really solid foundation in dance. And here's a fun fact. Not everyone knows this, but before her JYP days, she actually auditioned for Fantagio. She didn't make it through, but honestly, I think that's one of those moments where fate stepped in. If she had gotten into Fantagio, her path might have been completely different. Her road to debut was definitely not easy though. She first appeared as a contestant on SBS's K-Pop Star 3, and then later on Minette's 16 alongside her sister Chaeyeon. Now 16 was the survival show that eventually formed Twice. And while Chaeryeong didn't debut through that show, her participation really showed how much potential she had even back then. If you go back and watch clips from 16, you'll see how hardworking and determined she was despite all the challenges. And get this, when she was still a trainee, she actually won a trip to Japan. And during that trip, she studied jazz dance. Can you imagine being a trainee, working day and night, and suddenly being given this chance to study abroad and refine your skills? It must have been such a valuable experience, and it really contributed to the unique style she has today. After 5 years of training in total, she finally debuted on February 12, 2019, as a member of ITZY. Think about that. 5 years of non-stop hard work, practice, and dedication before standing on stage for the first time as an idol. That's not easy. And for me, it's what makes Chaeryeong so inspiring. She didn't take shortcuts. She didn't give up even after setbacks. She stuck with it and made it happen. Now, if you've watched Chaeryeong on variety shows or V-Lives, you'll know she has a bit of a reputation for being a scaredy cat. And I mean that in the cutest way possible. It's such a contrast to her powerful presence on stage. She can absolutely dominate a performance with her charisma, but off stage, she'll be the first to jump at a spooky noise. Honestly, I think that balance makes her even more relatable to fans. For her audition, she danced to Beyoncé's End of Time and Ledisi's Lose Control. Talk about bold choices. And it really set the tone for the kind of performer she is. Confident, expressive, and not afraid to put herself out there. When it comes to her hobbies, Chaeryeong is just like us in many ways. She loves watching movies and dramas, binging seniors' fan cams, and of course, eating delicious food. She's also known for sleeping a lot, which, honestly, same. But beyond those everyday hobbies, she has specialties too. She loves writing and composing music, especially in the ballad genre. That's something I really admire about her. She's not just an incredible dancer, she's also musically creative. And I feel like that's a side of her we're only beginning to see more of. Her dislikes? Winter. And you know what? I kind of get it. For someone who's so warm and expressive, it makes sense that she'd prefer the brighter, more energetic seasons over the cold. As for her favorite things, she loves romantic comedy movies, which feels really fitting. She has that soft, thoughtful side that probably connects with those kinds of stories. Her favorite song is Because of You by Neo, which is such a classic. And her favorite actress is Han So-hee. Totally understandable, since Han So-hee is talented, beautiful, and has such strong screen presence. Chaeryeong has also mentioned that she once wanted to get close to Jo Yuri, formerly of ITZY, and now they're friends. I love hearing stories like that because it shows how idols also have those fan moments where they admire and want to befriend their peers. And let's not forget her other close friends. She's good friends with members of TWICE, Jang So-mi, Lee Dae-wi, and from his Nine's Ji-won. It always warms my heart to see how connected idols are, supporting each other across different groups and companies. Now, here's something really fun. Chaeryeong actually watches ASMR videos before going to sleep. And not just a little bit, but for almost 2 hours. Can you imagine lying in bed with your headphones in, just listening to tapping and whispering for that long? It's such a quirky detail, but I think it shows how she values peace and calmness in her personal time. And one of my favorite things about her is how much she loves dancing to her senior songs. She's been shown dancing to Q&A by Cherry Bullet, Fancy by TWICE, and Señorita by GIDLE. I think this really proves that she's not just a performer on stage, she genuinely loves dance as an art form, and she finds joy in expressing herself through it. Alright, let's pause here, because we still have a lot more to unpack about Chaeryeong. From her habits and motto, to her representative color and animal, and why fans think she's such an underrated gem in K-pop. So continuing on, let's talk about some of Chaeryeong's little habits and personal quirks that make fans adore her even more. One thing people often notice is that she touches her hair a lot. And honestly, it's such a small detail, but it's so endearing. It's like her comfort gesture, and it just makes her come across as more natural and real when we see her in interviews or behind-the-scenes clips. Her representative color in ITZY is purple, which is such a beautiful choice. Purple often symbolizes creativity, sensitivity, and individuality, and I think that matches her perfectly. She's the kind of person who might not always demand the spotlight with loud energy, but instead she captures your attention through her artistry and unique presence. And then there's her representative animal, the fox. I love that. Foxes are clever, graceful, and a little bit mysterious, which fits her vibe so well. She has that sly charm where she doesn't even need to try too hard to stand out. She just does. Her favorite actress is Han So-hee, which I think says a lot about her taste. Han So-hee is known for her elegance and ability to portray strong emotions, and I feel like that's the same quality Chaeryeong brings to ITZY. She's not just dancing or singing, she's expressing, and that's why fans often call her one of the most emotionally powerful performers in her generation. And let's not forget her motto, which is, "Let's be a person who knows how to be satisfied." That honestly hit me the first time I heard it, because in an industry that's constantly chasing perfection, it's rare to hear someone embrace the idea of being content. It shows how grounded she is, and maybe that's why she's been able to stay strong through so many ups and downs in her career. Now here's something I really want to highlight. Chaeryeong is sometimes called underrated, even among ITZY fans. And I get why people say that, because in a group full of such bold personalities, she's often seen as the quieter one. But when you actually take the time to watch her performances, you realize just how powerful she is. Her dancing isn't just technically flawless, it tells a story. There's this emotional depth in the way she moves that makes her stand out in such a subtle yet unforgettable way. It's like she has this duality. On one hand, she's shy, soft-spoken, and maybe even a little timid in variety shows. But on stage, she transforms into this charismatic, confident artist who pulls you right in. That contrast is so fascinating, and honestly, it's one of the reasons why I think she deserves even more recognition. And can we just talk about her growth? From her early days on K-Pop Star 3 and 16, where people sometimes underestimated her, to now being ITZY's main dancer, vocalist, and all-around performer, her journey proves how much determination and patience can pay off. She spent 5 years training, constantly improving, and she never gave up, even when it would have been easier to walk away. That resilience is what makes her story so inspiring. Her friendships are also something fans really love to see. Being close with idols like Twice, Somi, Lee Dae-wi, and Jiwon from Fromis 9 shows that she's a warm and approachable person behind the scenes. And I think it's always comforting for fans to know their favorite idols have such a strong support system outside their group. Another detail I find so charming is her love for ASMR videos. Like I mentioned earlier, she listens to them for up to 2 hours before sleeping. And honestly, that says a lot about how she takes care of her mental peace. Idols live such hectic lives, so it makes sense that she would need something calming like that to wind down. It makes her relatable because so many of us do little things to help us relax before bed too. At the end of the day, Chaeryeong might not be the loudest member of ITZY, but she's one of the most essential. Her artistry, her emotional depth, and her quiet strength are what give ITZY such a well-rounded balance. Without her, the group simply wouldn't be the same. So now I want to ask you guys, what do you love the most about Chaeryeong? Is it her dancing, her soft personality, her musical side with writing and composing? Or maybe just her overall duality of being shy off stage but powerful on stage? Share your thoughts in the comments, because I feel like Chaeryeong is one of those idols who really connects with people in different ways. For me, what makes Chaeryeong stand out is her sincerity. Every performance, every little moment feels real with her. And that sincerity is something that will keep her shining brighter and brighter as time goes on. All right, Buzz fam, that wraps up today's deep dive into ITZY's Chaeryeong. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more stories about your favorite idols, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. And don't forget to leave a comment about your favorite Chaeryeong moment. I'll be reading them and might even feature some in the next video. This has been Anyang Buzz, and as always, thank you for buzzing with me. See you in the next one.